Alright guys, Dr. James here, well not really. The reason I started with Dr. James is because when you are doing a sale or you're selling something, you need to be like a doctor and you get a script when you go into the doctor and the doctor asks you a series of questions. They don't just write out a script and go, here you go, I think this will fix you up, here's a tablet. That's not how it works. It's not true at all that the worst salesperson will assume what somebody wants. So how you sell to someone is you ask them questions and you ask them qualifying questions and there's things called needs. So particularly if there's a person, and I'm going to use the gym as an example, somebody walks into the gym and you just say, let me take you for a tour around the gym. They'll obviously walk around the gym, but you don't know where to take them or you don't know what they want. So this might be the same as if you're selling a product or something, you ask them what they want. Have you looked at it before? Have you tried? Have you got an example of other products you like? Jacob, that's doing the videography here, I ask him to get people to do samples of videos they like to help him, so when he's sitting down with the customer, he knows what they want. Because you can't walk into someone and just assume you know what they want. That just doesn't work. That's silly. So some of the things some of the questions I would ask in the needs analysis thing is what are you looking for? What if they say, well, I actually don't know what I'm looking for? Pause. That's okay. And this might be, I'll use that as a reference too, so because there's a lot, it's very vague. But say what if someone's coming in and they want to sit down with a trainer, and they're saying to the person, the trainer says, oh, what are you looking to achieve? Oh, I'm not really sure, which is very similar to this question. With your needs analysis too, you'll make up a series of questions that you need to ask. And it might be 5 or 6 key questions. Now the idea of a needs analysis too is to overcome the objections or reasons people won't purchase from you. I'll repeat that again. It's to overcome the objections that people use to not purchase from you. So the idea is find out the information. So what are you looking for? Oh, not exactly sure. Did you have a goal in mind? Oh yes, I've got a wedding coming up in September. Wonderful. Oh, where are you getting married? Now you are leading the control of the conversation, so they're actually going to be answering you. Then they'll be so excited because you're showing an interest, and if they're getting married, they're definitely going to talk about their wedding. Okay, so you're getting married in when? September, and write it down. September's your goal. Wonderful. And as far as your fitness levels, is it weight loss? Is it general fitness? What else did you have in mind? And don't just say weight loss too, by the way, guys, if it is a girl. You might get yourself shot, and same the other way around. So use a range of different questions and say to them, what is your goal that you have in mind? And then they might go, oh, actually, I want to lose 10 kgs by September. Now you're getting somewhere. Because there might be somebody that comes in really fit and maybe they don't want to lose 10 kilos. That's why you're going to ask them what their specific goal is, and then you actually show that you care. All right, so that would be one question potentially you would ask. What are your goal and what's the timeline you had in mind? And then another thing too is how important it is to you. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being important, you have to do it, it's your dream, and 1, you don't really care. How important is it to lose that 10 kilos before your wedding and look amazing for that wedding dress or suit? Oh, okay, I recommend it would be, and you've given this as very visual too. You've got your 1, your 5, and your 10. Oh, I want to be a 10, and then you circle it. So what I would suggest is that you type up your own needs analysis of questions. Now, if you're in the beauty industry or whatever it is, and somebody comes in, they're going to be asking you very similar questions all the time of things, or people are purchasing packages. Maybe you're trying to sell a property, and someone's looking to buy a house or something. When do you want to be in that house by? How much deposit have you got saved up? These are also qualifying questions. So you can get down and not only waste your time, but not waste their time as well. So in your particular industry, find out what the needs and what the basic questions are. Now, 5 or 6 questions, like I said. What are you looking for, or what are you looking to achieve? Put a time and a goal with it. That's another one. And then basically put a scale, a measurability scale on 1 to 10, how important it is for them as well. In our industry too, we have a lot of people I'll give you the main objections, and this is for personal trainers as well. This is why they won't buy today, to talk to my spouse. Time, I haven't got time. All right, so we have this question in here, but it doesn't say I need to talk to my spouse. And we have a question there that covers off, I haven't got time. So I need to talk to my spouse is, hey, we'll say, Debbie, you came in today. I know you're really happy about the thing. You're happy with the thing. You've set up your time for your, you've got your wedding coming up in September. You want to drop those 10 kilos. Before we get you started, this is an assumption, so we're talking to them about getting started, so we're trying to get them to agree. Do you think if you told your partner that you had a goal to lose 10 kilos and you hit that goal, do you think they'd be happy and support you? Oh, of course they would. Oh, that's okay. We just want to make sure, because you're 40% more likely to hit your goals with the support or with a partner that's training with you as well. And we generally like to say, are you going to be training with your partner? Oh no, he won't. He doesn't want to train. That's okay. So you're happy. So and you'll go back. You've got the visual in board. So we know you're getting married in September. We know you want to lose 10 kilos, and you said that your partner's happy and they'd support you. I would also too, because above that too, is how much did you budget? Oh, $10, $15 to $25. One of the other questions too, which I probably should have added beforehand, and these are all in a series so that you can cover them off, is how much have you budgeted for your health and fitness? I know you've got a wedding coming up, which is probably going to cost you thousands of dollars, but how much? And then, because now you're making things a little bit like realistic, right? Is it between $10 or $15? Okay, now it's not going to be too expensive when we are talking about later on with that lady. So okay, so you've got budgeted for $15 to $25 is your budget. Your partner is happy and supportive of you. All right, and this one here, so we would get that person to say yes. And if they said, oh, look, it's a bit expensive, that's when you pause and go, okay, no worries. That's when you probably work on have an alternative close. You might do a drop sell and adjust the pricing down. So you might present a higher price, which gets dropped down if there's a special on or a promotion on, which helps push people, get people to make that commitment. Guys, just remember too, this is where I'm coming from, it's the health and fitness industry. So we're not talking big bucks. We're just trying to get someone to pay somewhere between $20 to get it, come and use a facility that costs millions of dollars. So our job is that person has made a decision, whether it's personal training or something, to sit down with you or go through what they want to achieve. Your job should be to make them do it. You can't actually make them come in, but get them started and then help them along the way. Because that will be that person that comes back to you and said, oh, well, thank you so much. I lost 12 kilos. I've got my brother, sister, everyone. They're all happy. They want to come with you as well, which is where the referral part comes in, which I'm coming to a bit later. So how much do you have in your budget? $15 to $25. And you can do what I call break it down to the ridiculous. So $15 at $15 a week divided by 7. We're talking like $2. Just a little bit more than $2 a day. Less than a cup of coffee. Oh, really? Let's get you started. So you can try things like that as well, but that covers off the budget one. I need to talk to my spouse. Well, you've already said to them before you get to that part. So before you get to the objection, you want to overcome the objection. Haven't got time is a major one. So what we generally do, this is one of the questions by itself. How many times do you think you'd be able to make to come in and use the facility? Probably 3 to 4 times. That's good. Okay, so we'll put 3, 4 times. If I'm asking that question at the front, that becomes irrelevant. If I'm asking that person if they get support and they've got their partners that are okay with them and they know they're coming today, or not whether they've come in, whether they'll support them along their journey, you should be able to get a yes and a yes before you get to a no, or I need to think about it. Which is next. The old think about it. That's okay, so you need to have a think about it. Hands on chest, no problem at all. Then you just pause and say, just so I'm clear, what exactly you need to think about. And whoever speaks first loses. So the idea with that is, and this happens in any negotiation, because you often get excited, you're pumping through a sale. Back when I was in real estate as well, I would present the person how much their house is worth. Then I'd present how much my commission was. But before I got to that part, I'd be showing all the benefits. I'd be asking them what their goal was, where they're moving to, what their needs are. And then from then I'd be going into the price presentation of how much their house is worth, which is here. I've believed this is your heart buyer price, this is a crazy price, which they'll probably pay in today's market, and this is the realistic price, and this is the normal price, and this is where you've got all your agents, all your buyers. That was a different way of presenting a price of for real estate, which is no different from selling anything I've sold. So whether I'm selling franchises or real estate as well, I've got a price presentation, and I'm going to go through, I'll put all this together for you in a minute and show you how it works. So you've got your price presentation, which comes at the end. So the think about it one though, when they do say need to think about it, you'll have to pause, ask them what they need to think about and wait for them to give the answer. Now, no doesn't mean no straight away, and no means how do I find a solution, because there's something you haven't covered off. Now, if it's a mum or a child, a mum with children or father with children, and they've driven into a gym or a facility or coming to see you at a place of business, and you have presented to them and they're leaving and not buying from you, you must have missed something, because we all know how difficult it is getting from A to B and then grabbing some rug rats and trying to jump in the car and traffic as well. So let me go through the whole process. So we've got an intro, which I said before is your 10-10-10. We've got needs analysis. So we're going to ask them, get all the information and see what we want, what need as well. Then we're going to present the price. Then, once we present the price, then we pause. And we wait for them to say yes or no. But in between here and here, this part here, that is 75% of the sale. That's 75%. This presenting price is the easy bit. And that's why most people can't sell, because they go through and go, this is the gym, or this is the house, this is the blah, blah, and they don't ask the question. Remember, doctor, writing the script. And then if you get the price, you have the objection of need to think about it, and then you may drop. If you're PETing or someone, you've got different tiers of pricing. Then that's when you close the sale. Close. Following from then, that's when you will probably ask for referrals, or soon after as well. So pretty much intro, needs analysis, price presentation, and close the sale. That's it in a nutshell.